Hello, I'm John Magnus, and I have an idea that I think will revolutionize the equine industry. As you know, the equine industry is shrinking by the day. We have a huge problem with numbers, and I believe the main part of the problem is that people feel that they can't be competitive in our current system. In our current system, typically to be successful, you have to buy an extremely finished horse that's probably the top 2% talent-wise of all the horses alive. Then you need to employ a professional trainer to condition and maintain that horse. And then you have to go through a lot of lessons to show at that top level. Well, my idea is completely different. My idea has to do with an equine testing system. And that way, regardless of the age or the level of your horse, no matter what the horse, you could take it to a test, pay your entry fee, and be tested on whatever level of training you want to be tested. And it's not an easy system. It's not designed to give everybody a trophy or a ribbon. This is a legitimate, difficult system with escalating difficulty. And so if you went, you could test your horse at that particular level that you want to be tested at. Could be a colt like this one. On the basics, it could be closer to a finished horse. I believe this will bridge the gap between starting a horse and finishing a horse. And it will do three things. It will give people something to do with the horse. It will give them something to do that's challenging but not overwhelming. And it will add value to their horse depending on the level of test that they can complete. If they go to sell that horse later on, people who buy it can know what level it's been tested on. Today, even in our showing system, you might go to one show that's extremely difficult, has a lot of competitive people, and you might be sixth. You might go to the next show, you might be first because there wasn't any level there. So when the person goes to buy a horse, they don't really know how good your horse actually is based on his points or based on what he's won, because they don't know what the standard was at that show based on the other competition. This sets a difficult standard to go. I believe this would bring everybody back in. If you look at the clinicians and the thousands of people filling the coliseums, they're interested in starting colts and training their own horses and solving their own problems. And so I think there's an extreme demand for this, and I've probably been a little reluctant to put this idea out there because I thought somebody a little more persuasive than myself would come up with this idea. But they didn't, and so I would like you to share this video, talk about it with your friends, and just give a little feedback. Let's start the discussion on what it would take to save our equine industry and get people showing and owning horses again, because they're leaving in droves. And I just believe this is worth consideration, and I hope you'll give me some feedback. My email is magnusqh for quarter horse @hotmail.com. Thank you for your time.